Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see everybody. For those of you, I see you all coming in. Okay, good to see you. Good to see you. I see you in the chat. Good to see you. We see people are very late on social media today, and it's all good. It's Friday. I had a long week, a lot of stuff that was going on. You see what I'm saying? So listen, we're gonna get this thing started and get right on out your way. So listen, all I want to say is welcome to Manifest Thoughts podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Our starting goals on this particular channel is to help at least 500 people bring their imagination into reality. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Donald Francis. It's so nice to meet you with much love, peace, respect, and all that good joy and happiness. You're not going to only see us here, but you'll see us also at It's Life Podcast. That's on YouTube and on Facebook. We're helping people get along with other people and make better decisions. Listen, if you like short films and entertainment, you can go right here. It's All You TV, ITZALLYOU TV. And it's only located, unfortunately, on YouTube. And listen, if you don't get a chance, if you haven't gotten a chance to catch us, actually, Monday through Thursday, you can still get a chance to catch us right here and see all of the recaps and stuff like that. Channel 49 TV every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So it's good to see you. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. It is 10:31. We are on time, y'all. Good to see y'all. And so today, obviously, we're talking about a good topic. And I was hoping that, we'll get some people to come in before we really start to share a lot of the templates, but which we will. And by the time that we do share, you guys will be here, I'm sure. Listen, we're talking about quit. I quit. You see what I'm saying? You got to stay, you got to stay resilient even in weakness. You get what I'm saying? So we're talking about I quit. And I don't know about anybody here, but I don't know if you ever felt like quitting before, And most times when we do quit, we quit only because of how close we're getting to our goal, or maybe not, But we'll see. But listen, y'all, real quick, I want to take y'all to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right with you.
Yeah, everybody hands up like this. Yeah.
Hey yo, a party ain't a party till Yolanda come through with tales of a grown girl. Y'all know how she do.
Y'all already know what's up, man. Trey Chaney, BMF, The Wire, Saint Jacintus, Tales of a Grown Girl. We hosting it right now.
Do with tales of a grown girl. Y'all know how she do. Coming soon to a city near you. Grown Girls NYC, that's how she do. MC Heaven's in the house. Be
we live and direct. We about to set it off. Great play. I'm hoping everybody loves it.
Thanks for the opportunity to be in your
excellent. The play is excellent.
Deep message, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Wow. Very deep.
Houses, the Long Island, God always had you. You share your life, bright lights and stages. May the Lord protect you from the haters in the
phenomenal cast. Gonna do their thing. I got a wonderful director. This is gonna be played. So I hope y'all like the music and everything. Stay tuned.
You thanking my friend
Serena for bringing me to DJ Zon.
It's rocking on the ones and twos.
Definitely come out and see it.
Thank you.
So I'm coming to a city near you.
Yo, a party ain't a party till Yolanda come through it.
Tales of a grown girl, y'all know how she do.
Tales from a grown girl. Y'all know how she do. Yolanda. So listen, also understand that Yolanda is this upcoming month of February, she is doing a wonderful manifestation and faith mocktail brunch with all the ladies behind her there. That's her in the purple hair in the front. And she's going to be sharing some good knowledge with them wonderful women and helping them manifest the things that they like, by putting things into work. And also, I'm sure she's going to be sharing some stuff from her wonderful book that's on. It's an audio book right there on Amazon, $12.99, Tales of a Grown Girl. That's the name of the book. As a matter of fact, the play that you just seen was from Tales of a Grown Girl, but it was transformed from the book into a stage play, and she's going everywhere with it. Y'all check it out. Saying go and support our own support, share it, support it, and let people know. Listen, our people are doing great things, and that's what it's all about. So today, listen, y'all, we're going to talk about, I quit. We got to stay tough, even though we feel like quitting. What are some of the things that will cause people to want to quit? That's the question. And is quitting actually bad? So I've been reading up on a particular book, and I have some of the notes right here in my old phone. I have a book called The Dip. And as a matter of fact, I want to see if I can find it even in my files while I talk to all of you. But it's called The Dip by Seth Godin. Was it Goodwin? Seth Goodwin. Yeah, because it's Myron Golden, Seth Gooden. And let me see if I can find what the book look. I know I had at least the book, and I meant to get this before I even got on, and I just started to think about it just a few seconds ago, to be transparent with all of you, but yeah, it's a book called The Dip, and it helps us to understand in it that people who quit, they actually are, it's good, it's okay to quit, is what he's saying. He has his different point of views on what they call quitting, and people think such a negative connotation to be able to quit. You say, I quit. But I think his perspective is quite different than anybody else's. You get what I'm saying? And I'll get a chance to find it sometime during the course of the program, and we'll see, what takes place from there. But listen, y'all, if you're on YouTube, if you're ghosting me because I can't see you, I'm saying, if you can at least like and share your page. And for those of you on, not YouTube. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment. Let us know that you're here. You're saying, if you're on Facebook, let us know that please like and share your page. And I know that some of you are on our business line. Good to see you all. And let's get into it real quick. So I took some notes and stuff like that about, quitting, and some people think that quitting is something that's negative. Let's take a look at it, because again, quit, it sounds very, 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 very negative when people say I quit. But listen, let's take a look at this. Quitting, when we think about quitting, you have to ask yourself, today, I think the angle we want to go from is not why should I quit, but why do people quit? Why should people quit if they have to quit? Why should it? How can we turn quitting from something negative into something positive? Now, notice something. Yesterday, we talked about the beast, right? And being in beast mode, not stopping. And no matter what anybody say, I'm not stopping. Can't nobody stop me. But let's talk about the opposite of that. This gives some contrast to what it is we're talking about here. And so one of the things that I pointed out was persistence, unhappiness, or stress. When you take a look at that, we noted that if you're consistently unhappy, stressed, frustrated, with situations, and this feeling doesn't improve over time, this is the reason why you should quit. Because anything that's not good, anything that becomes toxic, is something that could potentially kill you. You see what I'm saying? This is one of the reasons why we should quit. Persistent unhappiness and or stress. You see what I'm saying? So if you're feeling like, listen, you're stressed and you're feeling, frustrated, and you feel like it's still, there over time and over too long, like a long overdone, done cold, then it's maybe this is the reason why we should quit. Maybe this is the reason why we should say, I throw in the towel. And understand that throwing in the towel and quitting to some degree is not considered to be a weakness. You see what I'm saying? It's just considered to be smart. We're going to take a look at that in a few minutes. It might be signs that we need to move on. You get what I'm saying? Might be signs that we need to move on. If you find that there's a lot of toxicity in your life, and it seems like that you have more stress, more unhappiness, more than ever, and you've been doing it for like years, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, right? Looking for different results, right? By the way, I'm drinking coffee today. What are you drinking? You know what I'm saying? And again, I want to take a look at this because, again, this is the reason why people should actually think about, let me just, look, we've been at this for a long time. Let's just, watch this. If it's something also that will help, that's not helpful with impacting your health, if a situation is negatively impacting your physical and or mental health, it's important to prioritize your well-being. And that word for prioritize simply means that maybe you need to make something else a priority other than what you've made a priority from the get-go. You get what I'm saying? So again, Gabby, good to see you, Gab. Hey, so again, at the end of the day, it is always good that quitting is not bad. It's just that real winners, according to Seth Godin, real winners quit. It says real winners know, they understand what it is to quit. And we're going to look into this, but let's look at some reasons why people need to quit certain things, right? And these are just practical things. Persistent unhappiness and or stress which should cause you to say, nah, I'm throwing in the towel. When something impact your health, you feel what I'm saying? I think we need to like rethink about and reprioritize our well-being. Let's take a look at something else. Watch this. Lack of growth or progress. If you're no longer growing, learning, or seeing progress in your role or situation, and this stagnates, or bother you, it might be time to look for new challenges. People quit for different reasons. You feel what I'm saying? That's another reason we should quit. Another reason we should be like, all right, look, because again, if it's gonna hinder your health, if it's gonna hinder, your physical, if it's gonna hinder, being stressed out, allowing for you to be stressed out for the rest of your life, you don't need to be stressed. You feel what I'm saying? Gab is like, look, real talk. There be days I want to quit my job. I feel you. We get to that too, sis. Gab, that's why you my sister. You feel what I'm saying? Really, honestly, y'all, the lack of growth is something that will also impact you to say, I can't do this no more. If you're no longer growing, learning, and seeing progress, especially in your role of, if the situation bother you to some degree, to the point that you might need to change or switch up so that you can find new challenges that's going to help you grow, help you move, have a movement in your life. You feel what I'm saying? Growth is good. But if you have no growth where you are, then maybe we might want to consider quitting. See that word again? And quit is not a harsh word, especially when you want to quit for your well-being. Let's take a look at something else. Here we go. Toxic environment. See, we talk about the workplace. You know what I'm saying? Right, Gab? Toxic environment. When the workplace becomes toxic, if you're in a toxic environment that doesn't improve, watch this. Despite the efforts to address the issues, leaving might be the healthiest choice. Watch this. Can I add on to what is that have been said? Despite the fact that you put in efforts yourself to make change so that you won't be in a toxic environment, it's maybe the reason why you should want to move on. You get what I'm saying? That probably might help. You see what I'm saying? So again, a lot of that can weigh on all of us. It can weigh on all of us to the point that, listen, I remember, and see where I used to work, I couldn't say it was toxic because I know that my responsibility was to diffuse toxicity. The way that we had it was the way that, in a way that, if anybody needed help and if other people couldn't help that particular individual, we were designed as brand ambassadors to be God, so to speak, and help everybody do what other people cannot do. You see what I'm saying? We were those individuals. You know what I'm saying? We had to, okay, well, if they don't have the key, I can get the key for you. You don't have the connection, I can get the connection for you. We were there to untie the knot. Anything that was potentially, going to be confrontational, that's what we did. We made sure we wanted to understand the customer, and make sure that we really appeal to the customer and have empathy and have sympathy. You see what I'm saying? And at the same time, not allowing for the worker or the employer or the employee to feel bad about what they could not do that you could do for the actual customer. And that's another thing too. I think that's something that we need to learn in life. And that is, just because you might have a way or a strategy and a plan that might help the person, a customer, a client, a friend, a family member better, or what might seemingly be better than the person that you are, standing in the same, building with, although you might be on, different teams or different, companies, you don't ever want to make that particular individual feel like they're, they're not useful, right? So again, we want to make sure that that person feel good, and we want to make sure that the person that's the customer can be good. You get what I'm saying? Without creating toxicity. But here's another thing too, and it's something I've also learned about a toxic environment. You know what can allow for a toxic environment to happen? Not only just somebody's attitude and their aura and their body language, their disposition, what they say out their mouth in an environment, rather it's professional and or personal. You know, the thing that, especially in a professional, setting, especially a corporate setting, we all know that corporate is very quiet. They quiet with everything that they do. If they fire you, it's quiet. If something's going to happen, it's quiet. People just vanish and they just disappear, and you wonder, when did it happen? How did it happen? You feel what I'm saying? But when you're in a professional environment, wait, with Coffee's on the line. What's up, man? When you're in an environment, you know what I'm saying, where you don't have any real control over that particular environment, and you're trying everything that you can try, to make it better, is the reason why maybe some of us need to just quit. You feel what I'm saying? Here's the deal. I'm your friend. We're good friends. We become good friends in our department and by which we work. You take care of filing, I take care of whatever I take care of. You see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you didn't know that the person that's sitting next to you, the cubicle, the person that you became friends with, is someone who could be kind of two-faced. Whatever the boss say is what they're going to do, even if it's against you, right? Because the only thing they're trying to do is keep their job. But that's what happens when you become familiar with people. Can I give you a word of advice? You know what I'm saying? So that you could now diffuse toxicity even in the professional place. Don't become familiar with anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Don't become, it's cool to be transparent, but don't become familiar with everybody, and even after I can see after you've, been there for over 10 years and stuff like that, well, you can't help it now because you're darn near family, for some of us. But the aim is, let's not try to be too cool. Let's not try to be so close with people, because you never ever know, who a person is. You never ever know what to expect. Isn't it funny how you can make friends with somebody? They may seem to be the best person on earth, and you go with them to the supermarket and they see somebody that's from their past, and all of a sudden they got whipped out right in front of you. And you're like, why would you do something like that to such a nice person? But you don't know who they were before they met you. See, that type of stuff is the stuff that you want to think about in a corporate place or in a workplace. You just don't know who's who. You feel what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean to move in fear. It doesn't mean not to become acquainted with certain people. You just have to have a specific distance with them. Because watch this. Now you found out they were two-faced. The boys don't like you too much, but they like them much. They're doing less work. You're doing more work. You know what I'm saying? When you find stuff like this out, now the environment becomes toxic, because you know who don't like you, you know who do like you, you know how to deal with certain people, and you have a mental fight every single day because you don't know who you're going to wake up to talking to tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Especially in a professional environment. We're talking about toxic environment. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, wait, what Coffee said, lay it down, brother. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, sir. It's good to see you. And Gabby, of course, I see you up here as well. Gabby's like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I know you want, listen, I've been there, sis. I've been there. That's what landed me here by default, but now it's by design. You see what I'm saying? And, some people, and again, you get a chance to see people, right? And how they've been, their upbringing, how they live based upon how they work and how they treat you, and how they communicate with you. People know how to be typically polite, but a lot of people don't know how to carry that being polite out for the rest of the years, because sooner or later, you're going to start to see the real them. That's the reason why even in people, again, you might, even when you get your boo thing, right? You get somebody who might be interested in you. You might be interested in them. Y'all live in separate places because of the fact that you're not married. Excuse me, not married yet, or whatever the case to be. But then, when they get mad with you, you can't see them mad with you because they're in their own home, or to what degree they get mad, right? They can't see to what degree that you get mad with them, because you all have separate homes. You're just dating and courting, But then when you live with a particular individual, that's when the truth starts to come out. That's your work environment. That's your work environment. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, if you're taking more hours out on your job, than for you to be home, you live with the individuals at your job. 8 hours, 8+ hours, and all that other stuff. So the best thing we can do, the best thing we could do is try our best, you feel what I'm saying, to make the best of the environment, or create an environment that we could at least live in. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you come to the conclusion, all right, listen, I'm accepting you to be who you are. And I'm going to tell you something. You know, here's a good tactic. And I hope I can just leave this with y'all too. And that is, when you've lived with a person, when you've worked with a person for so long, you now begin to know exactly who they are, how they roll, and you don't have to tell them about it. You feel what I'm saying? So now the only thing you can do about a toxic environment is control your side of the environment. What do I mean when I say that? When you now expect people to be a specific way, you should already have your mind adjusted. This is the way they're going to be. So when it happens, it doesn't surprise me. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us know certain things right off riff, and we act surprised when it happened. Why are you surprised? You should have expected it. That's right. You are like this. You know, and watch this. You can be mature about it because you don't have to tell nobody about it. You don't have to make mention, yo. You know, I know you like this. You know, I know you're like that. You don't have to express your opinion. Just know what you know and act accordingly. That's what you want to do. You want to act accordingly. You got what I'm saying? You know? So yeah, y'all. And that's where we are. That's where we are when it comes down to having a work environment and making it non-toxic. It's just sad to know that you found out there were people who weren't too fond of you because of the way you dress, or because of the way you speak, or because of how you hold yourself, and you got respect for yourself. But meanwhile, they selling out. They trying to sell out to the boss. You know what I'm saying? Trying to wear short skirts. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy trying to talk to the manager or the person that's right up under him. You know, the guy that can get him money. You know, listen, don't ever try to scam your way in. Just become a good asset. And when you are an asset to the work environment that you're in, guess what? You don't have to worry about money. And what comes with that is you are going to be hated on. Straight like that. Biggie says it like this: more money, more problems, you know? You know what I'm saying? Wayne Kobe said, don't be the kid, right? Don't be the goat. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know, you want to make sure that we're doing things that's going to allow for us to be respectful to ourselves, be respectful to other people, and then you can control the type of environment you're in, and you can control the part that you can control. Let's take a look at the other thing. Watch this, and we'll go to another commercial. Opportunity cost. Consider what you're giving up by staying in the situation. There are better opportunities that align more closely with your goals and values. It might be time to pursue them. You know, anytime that people quit, this is the reason why that they'll quit, you know, because at the end of the day, the opportunity that can cost, you know, opportunity costs, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Opportunity costs. Ask yourself, you know, how many people are in a particular relationship, you know what I'm saying, or have been in a particular relationship? You're like, nah, I need to get out of here. Because the cost of staying is too great. And it's excuse me, and it's not aligning with what is it that you want to do. And that's the problem. It's that the cost is too great to stay. You know, let me see the pros and cons of me staying in this situation. It's not even just relationship, but jobs, friendships, circles, all of that. All of that. It's not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. You know, and so now you have to weigh your options on which way should I go. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, at the end of the day, if the opportunity cost you, excuse me, y'all, if the opportunity cost you to stay in a situation, there are other opportunities. There are other options that are out there that would align with where you want to go, how you want to get there, how you want to live your life, how you want to align your life. You get what I'm saying? They were saying also that, you know, especially as a you know, LLC and a business owner and stuff like that, and content creators, and most of us who are on YouTube or Facebook, whichever way we do, you know, digital work or, you know, social media, they're like, listen, you got to know, according to our leadership group, not everybody is going to be with you. And for some people, like I said, it's just good that some of us, you know, don't tell people that you're doing social media stuff. They might not be into what you are teaching, or into what you have to present, or into the topic of discussion for you. It's okay. You don't have to worry about that. Because just like you want to reach the people that are for you, you need to know the people that you ought not to reach. You see what I'm saying? And some of that is family. Some of that are close friends. You got your friends that are like it. They'll comment because they're your friend. They're not looking at your stuff. They're not looking at your content. Maybe somebody across seas, somebody across the equator, they're looking at it. You get what I'm saying? But again, opportunity costs if you stay when you have other things that you can pursue. Before we go to a commercial break, I wanted to say that I was thinking about Mr. Joel Osteen, and he had a long time ago. I was going through some type of stress where I think I was about to lose my pastor. I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't want to stay where I was. You become attached to people, you become attached to things, and sometimes signs and messages can come to you through other people. You feel me? Even commercials, even a song. Anybody ever been there before? Even a song. Signs can come to you through songs, music, a person that don't know nothing about your situation. And so one day, Joel Osteen was talking about, how there was a frog who was in a little pond, but the pond was covered and it was surrounded by like this big wall, and it's so funny because even though, it was, covered by the wall, the bug part about it was that this frog was trying his best to get over the wall because he needed to see what was over the wall, And so every single day he tried, every single day he tried. And Joel Osteen was saying that, he tried more and more every day to jump higher and higher and higher. Legs were getting strengthened. And he was eventually about to get, to the top of that particular wall. And so finally, he got across, he got to the, to the edge of the wall, and he got across and jumped over. And what he discovered was that there was a whole sea out there. That's what he discovered. There was a whole sea. You see what I'm saying? And it was kind of crazy because even though there was a whole sea, had he not tried his best to get over the wall, he would have been conformed only to the little pond that he was in. You feel what I'm saying? So again, sometimes it's toxic to stay in certain environments of that particular pond, and sometimes you have to punch fear in the face and jump over that steep wall, and live in an ocean where you could spread your legs, find other opportunities, run into other people and network, change your circle and find the people, watch this, that are aligned to where you're going. You feel what I'm saying? If you're trying to write your book and stuff like that, then you want to be around other book writers, not for them to brag about what they're doing, but to give you encouragement and inspire you to say, hey, listen, this is another avenue you can go down. Here's another way we publish, we got this published faster at a cheaper rate with great quality. You never know who you are, but you're not going to go and run into a chef. You're not going to go talk to a chef when you're trying to write a book. You see what I'm saying? He want to find other chefs. He want to find other people who are like-minded. She want to find other people who are like-minded, So again, this is what it's all about, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to knowing opportunity costs. If you stay there, what is it going to cost you to stay in that situation? What are you going to do about being in that situation? Like, again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. What are you going to do to expect different results? You get what I'm saying? There are some things we have to quit. So winners actually quit. Understand? Winners quit. They do. They just, and I'm going to read something that Mr. Seth Godin has said, or Seth Godin, but right after this commercial break. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people bring their imagination into reality. Yo, we're already giving away gifts, and we're only a few subscribers in. The only thing you have to do is go to manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. One more time, manifestedthoughts888@gmail.com. After you do that, you'll type in giveaways and type in one of the topics that we talked about on our platform, and bam, it's over. Just like that. Back to the program.
Gonna hit the ground running, running.
Oh, so sorry. Y'all can't hear me. Wow. So sorry about that. I was talking a ton just now. But again, I want to say, please go right there to manifestos888@gmail.com if you wanted to be a part of our giveaways. And again, I wanted to say to y'all real quick, this is a good announcement I was making that please, all you got to do is type in giveaway, just like the ad said. But today, all of you who are on YouTube, all of you who are on Facebook, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. All of you on YouTube and Facebook, guess what? Today, you are part of our prize pop-up giveaway, and that's what you get today. And I'll put your name automatically in this wheel, today, and it's going to do its thing, and it's going to pick the winner for us. So I'm not a part of picking the winner, and I'm not being biased, anything like that. For people that I probably know, for people that I don't know. All right. So just stay put to that. Let's finish some of these templates here. But I wanted to share this before I give you the other 3 templates, and that is about, and I have it here. I didn't make a template about it because I just came across the book that I had. And the book that I have is by Mr. Seth Godin. And if you ever read his book, I've ever heard him, speak, he is an awesome, man. He talks about sales. He also talks about, self-development and growth. Excuse me. I don't know. It's just happening today while I'm online with this cough thing again. So he was talking about, he came up with quitting. He came up with this, how quitting is, there are 2 types of quitting, according to his book. And I read books. I love reading books. But this part and section of the book talks about that there are 2 types of quitting. And the first part of quitting is what they call quitting a tactic. And then the other one is quitting a strategy, And so even though we've gone through our templates so far, and we got 2 more to go, he was saying how quitting a tactic doesn't necessarily mean to quit something. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're quitting. You're quitting and saying, I'm all the way out. But quitting a tactic simply means when you see yourself about to hit a wall, you see yourself about to fall over a cliff, if you can see that in advance and know I'm about to hit a wall being here, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you are weak. That's what he's saying in his book. Doesn't mean, that you failed and or you bowed out. It just simply means that you're smart, because at the end of the day, you can see a wall coming in your company. You can see a wall coming in your life. You can see a wall coming in that relationship. You can see a wall coming in that friendship, and you're like, listen, I have to try another tactic, on the way to what is it I'm trying to do. Maybe this group of people are not for me right now. We're not there, Maybe this job is not for me anymore. Maybe I've outgrown it. How much have I saved? Have I saved enough to be able to start something on my own, and to make sure that I can take it home, scale it, make sure it's good so I can continue to be free enough to scale my business, give it 3 years, and to see where we can go with this. You feel what I'm saying? Again, when you are quitting tactics, that means that you have to change the tactic that you're using. So winners know when to quit, just like that they know how to quit. This tactic is not working for me. No, It's not happening to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is gonna happen. And people are saying, oh, quit it. Winners never quit and quitters never win. That's bad advice. Because winners know exactly when to quit. They know exactly when to throw in the towel. They know exactly when to say, this tactic is not working. No, this is not gonna help me. It's not gonna help my family. It's not gonna help people around me. Because if I see me heading for a wall in advance, it's okay to do something about it. By the way, y'all, I'm having coffee. It's okay to do something about it, y'all. It's nothing wrong with saying, I need to change my plan. It doesn't mean your general overall goal, you're quitting. No, it doesn't mean that. When we talk about quitting tactics, you see what I'm saying? It just simply means you need to change your tactic. Okay, I got to go someplace else with this. I thought I was going to go down Maple Street. I got to go down Orange Street. You know what I'm saying? Because the Orange Street seems to be the better option for me. Notice, for me, not me and the whole world. You get what I'm saying? But it's best for me. You know what I mean? So that's what we're talking about. When you're trying to strive to get someplace, these are the things you're going to have to come across. I thought I was going to sell some merch. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to have to open up the barbershop. I thought I was going to write the book. Yeah, the book is going to come, but I'm going to have to do right now. I need to go down this because it's a better tactic. You see what I'm saying? But when you take a look at, quitting as a strategy, it's completely different altogether. Because a lot of times winners know when to quit something, that might seemingly to be good for them at that particular time, but they know I gotta go. I have to walk away from something that might, here's the word, seemingly to be good for me when it's not. Let's say, for an example, and I like the way he said in his book, he gave an example. What's the name? Oh, man, by the name of Doug. Gave an example about it. He says, Doug worked in the mailroom for over 30 years. Matter of fact, did he say 30? He worked in the mailroom he worked in the mailroom for over 10 years, and working in the mailroom is wonderful, but at the end of the day, he's been doing and working hard. And I mean, he's become a great asset even to the mailroom. But here's the crazy part. Ready for this? Here's the twist. Mr. Gooden is dope. He says, but they are only going to raise him to a particular level. Watch this. In the mailroom. Understand what I'm saying? And it's no pun intended for anybody who work in the mailroom. That's great. If you have a job, period, kudos. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody who's I know people who are selling candy on the train, and they got the flyer. I mean, the outfit is lit. They got the drip. I'm like, I ain't even got those sneakers. And you selling candy shit. Maybe I need to change my tactic, right? But so for him, Doug, he didn't understand. Well, he started to understand that all of a sudden, I'm getting a raise. I'm over more people in the mailroom than I have been before. I'm working more than 8 hours. People are loving what it is that I'm doing. I'm getting good accolades. I'm not seeing my family as much, but I'm getting good accolades at the job. And this is good. But I don't think I'm going nowhere else outside this mailroom if I stay. Doug understood he have bigger fish that he wanted to fry. That's beyond where he is. It's like, I don't think nobody's going to take me out of the mailroom into their company, except the fact that they'll take me out of their company into their company that have a mailroom. I'll never forget the time I was, and it's good to it's climb the mountain, Wow. Look at what Wade was saying. And speaking of jobs, I have to step out and do my radio program. See? Love to all. You feel what I'm saying? My love to all. Wow. Okay. Okay. That means he's going to say, okay, go ahead, my dude. Since he's got to step out and do his radio program, you better go do it, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy Darrell's on the line. What's up? So yeah, y'all. So for him, he says, you know what? I got to leave. I got to bounce. But you're doing good. You're making this amount of money. You had promotions. You're over at least 150 people now. You're doing this. Say, yeah, but you know what? I'll always remain in this particular category. And and so now that I've done a lot, and the stuff that they see that I can do, you know, they're gonna give me more now. And that means more time away from my family, more time away from what I would like to do. You know what I'm saying? More responsibility. You know, I like the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. Biggie says more money, more problems, because more responsibility, Big. That's right. You feel what I'm saying? Can I ask you a clever question? Is it good to go to a job and show them all of what you can do? Because the more and more that you show them that the stuff that you can do, the more, responsibility going to place upon you. Yeah, you'll get more money, but that means now you are using your time to make money. And that's what rich people do. But wealthy people will use their money to buy back their time. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a difference between being rich and wealthy. You'll lose time becoming rich. But when you become wealthy, you become to buy that time back. Who would you pay for to do what? To free you to do what you want to do? That's the question. You feel what I'm saying? Who would you pay for to do what? To free you to do what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? Real quick, y'all. Don't forget Real Block Films. And so we'll be right back.
What's the climate between cops and citizens? They think we're the problem.
I know, all right, I know.
We got Jay.
Tommy is a good cop. He's one of our own.
This is a direct response to all the pain we carry.
What did I do?
Well, since you don't remember, I'm gonna help you out.
Tommy, you didn't think he was gonna let him his friend do it.
We just need to talk to him about it.
Find him!
Judah should be the last of your brothers.
Order in my courtroom now.
Yeah, don't forget that that's our Real Block Film family. And excuse me. And so also don't forget that they're also now a part of America New Network. Go download the app. Hey, listen, y'all might want to try, if you have something, you have a nice movie, you have a TV program that you've written or something like that, and you got something that's on social media, something that you might love. Try to become a part of, America New Network. You can do it. Come on. And they got that wonderful motion picture called Love. Go check it out. And if you want to see it in its entirety, you want to go to Real Block Film, or Real Block Pictures, on YouTube, and you can see this in its entirety. I mean, really, this is a beautiful movie. Really beautiful movie. All right, y'all. So listen, y'all. Yeah, absolutely. So again, that's exactly what it is. So is it bad to quit? No, it's not bad to quit when you learn how to quit in perspective. That doesn't quit what you want to do. Sometimes you got to quit your tactic. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to leave something that seems fluent. Because listen, if I'm only going to grow in this department and I want to be something else, and I'm only utilizing this job to get to where I really like to be. And if they're going to keep raising me, that's good to raise the money. But here's the other thing though. But what about my time? What about my freedom? What about the things that I'd like to do? Because I'm actually, you're paying me to help me for somebody else's vision. What about mine? Doug understood that. He's like, listen, y'all got to go. And that is what you call, quitting, as a strategy, or quitting a strategy. You feel what I'm saying? You need strategy, but like, listen, it's not going to, I don't see me being no place else outside of a mirror room. You see what I'm saying? Let's take a look at something else real quick. Lack of passion and interest. So again, this is the reason why you got some people who would quit. This is another tactic and the reason why people would actually quit. You know, if you've lost interest or passion, you know, for what you're doing, and this feeling persists, it might be a signal to explore other avenues. So again, y'all, you know, when you lack passion on something, it's a dangerous place. Because again, now let me ask you a question. Is it possible for you to lose passion on something that was meant to be in your life? Is it possible? I'm wondering, is it possible for you to lack passion, you know, for something that's meant to be in your life? Because see, a lot of times people lose passion, and the only thing that we need to do really is just to go back and regain the passion that we lost. You see what I'm saying? Go back and regain the passion that we lost. Reinstate yourself, you know what I'm saying? Reset yourself because of all the plans and stuff that you put into it. You know, and don't mistaking a tactic for a strategy. You know, sometimes you'll leave a thing, which is the main core where it is that you're supposed to be in order for you to get to where you have to be, and call it your tactic. No, it's not a tactic. You feel what I'm saying? A tactic is something that you've tried on the way to your general overall plan, versus this is going to become a stumbling block to me, and it's going to stagnate me from going where I have to go. So I'd rather just say I'm out, you know, before they give me more to do. And it's sad because sometimes when people have more to do, that means you are losing time to do everything else you want to do. And you only have a short time to spend what you earn. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm saying, look, for me, I'm even in the midst of right now changing tactics. You feel what I'm saying? Because I do know, like I said, I've given work 3 years to put this thing together. You get what I'm saying? You know? And sometimes you might have to, you know, change your tactic by getting a side hustle, or you're getting this or doing that. You know, you might have to sometimes pivot, you know, just to support your main platform or whatever it is that you're going after. You know, if this making sense to you, let me know, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So again, those things that, you know, the things, when you lose passion, man, you can almost lose everything, you know, because passion is something that you need in order for you to get to where you have to go. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure that your goals, you know, will align with your passion. And sometimes, you know, you can't go on your feelings when you're trying to pursue something. Sometimes you got to know when to feel, and sometimes you have to know when not to feel. Now, this is Donald Francis, right? You have to know when to feel. You have to know when not to feel. You have to choose. Am I going to feel this right now? Because I know that there's a goal that I have to reach, you know? And if I wrap myself into feeling about this, and it has nothing to do with anybody else or being empathy or sympathy, you know, empathetic. It's just that, you know, all right, listen, all right, let's calm down here and reevaluate some stuff, because right now I'm not even in my feelings. The only feeling I have is beast mode. Go back to yesterday. I feel beast mode right now, you know? So I'm not going to have no feeling right now to be able to allow for anything to consume me. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I'm going to lose passion over the thing that I'm pursuing. You know, sometimes you got to hear, no, this is not good. You can't do it. You know what happens when you're pursuing something that's great? The people that you know or that's close to you, they can believe in you. Some people will. Some people will be like, man, they won't believe in you because they can't believe it within themselves, right? And so sometimes you're not going to get the support that you're looking for. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. And so what happens is they're saying you can't do it, and then you're starting to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to last long, but then you 2 years in, progress is being seen, more or less made. And now all of a sudden you made it. And now people come from, you stupid for doing that, to, oh my God, you're doing it. Wow, how did you do it? And now can you help me do it? And when you have something that you're pursuing, you're going to have to leave some things behind. You have to quit some people. You have to quit some things. You got to quit some tactics. You got to leave some places. And it's fluid. It's good. But there's some things you just got to walk away from. because you know, I see a cliff. That's tactic. You see what I'm saying? I see a wall. Let's redirect. You know? Here's another one. And it's the last one out. Yeah. You want to follow your intuition, your intuition and your instincts. Sometimes your gut feeling or intuition can be powerful. It could be a real big, powerful guide for you. You know, if deep down, you know, inside of you feels it's time to quit, then that's what you might want to do. It might be worth it, you know, or worth listening to when you listen to your instinct. But sometimes you'll know deep down inside of you, like, you know what, this is not gonna work. Yeah, and you got the people like, no, and you got real good friends who are like, no, don't quit. But deep down inside you, like, your champ is over. I can't resuscitate this. This is not gonna happen. It's not fluent in my life. I can't resuscitate this. Come on, it's not gonna, you know. And then you move on to the next strategy plan toward your general overall goal that you're not quitting. And that's what happens. You just, you know, so winners know. All I'm saying today is winners know when to quit. They know when to say, nah, this is it. But deep down inside of you, you know, I'm quitting certain tactics on the way to my dream. Doesn't mean quit your dream. Doesn't mean quit your vision. You just got to go other ways. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you have a vision, you partner up with other people, you know, so that you can have a financial strategy plan. But there will come a time where you may have to part ways. All right, listen, I think our time is up. It was good. Thank you. It's been helpful for me. I tried to help you. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you, you know. And that's it. No hard feelings, you know. It's a time to embrace. It's a time to refrain from that embracement. That's it. Straight like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know. Wait with Coffee, speaking to John. Yeah, he went there. You know, so again, everybody, listen, it's always good to have a tactic, you know, that you'll say, I'm gonna use this, but I don't think it's gonna work for me. You know, it's okay to be honest with yourself. You're not weak just because you say, you know. And today, my objective was not to have you to second guess your vision and your dream. My objective is to help you to understand that so that your dream can come to pass and your vision can come to pass, you might want to let some things go. That's all I'm saying in a nutshell. With all of this information, that's all I'm saying in a nutshell. The other thing too is, listen, and it's something I didn't put up, but I want to, sometimes you have to take some time to reflect. You know, it's good to reflect every now and again. Reflect, you know, consider your feelings, consider your goals, consider, you know, your pros and your cons, you know, of the situation. Reflect before you make moves. Really seek other advice. Those of them, you know, who are like-minded of you, the people that you know that will think the way you think and feel the way you feel, you know, on the same wave you know, wave that you're on, you know, plan ahead, you know, think about it. Don't just go cold turkey. Doug didn't go cold turkey. He thought about this and it wrestled with him. He tussled. Yo, but what about the people under me? What about the people who respect me? What about the people who like me? You see what I'm saying? Listen, one of the things that I've learned about the job, that it won't have no problem letting you go if it's going to, you know, destroy the job. And before it hit the wall, they will let the people go that need to go, no matter how nice, no matter how polite. They can be good people, but maybe their work ethic is not that great. You know, some people get fired because of personal reasons. You know, you're there by default. I understand that, but you have to take default and transform default into design and make it by design. You see what I'm saying? So what am I saying? Is it bad to quit? No, it's not bad to quit, but don't quit the general overall vision. Don't quit your general overall dream. Quit the tactics that you use toward that. You know, quit some of the strategies that you use toward that. Well, I thought I was going to do it this way, but now I think I need to go that way. And even that will be by design. That won't be by default. You see what I'm saying? You might witness something by default, but it doesn't mean that you're not taking the wheel to say, I'm going to steer this thing. I'm going to steer this boat in another way so that we can get past that particular stone or rock that's in the middle of that ocean. You don't want to hit the ocean. You don't want to hit the rock. That's what being tactical is about. You don't want to hit the rock because you steer in the boat and you go straight. All of a sudden you wind up like you know what I'm saying, Titanic, you know, and your eyes are open, wide shut. You know what I'm saying? You know, and again, we don't want to do these things. We want to make sure, you know. And Stephen, he said, I'm evolving. Yeah, I won't let myself quit. There we go. I'm evolving. I won't let myself quit. And that's the good thing. Steve, you point out a great point just now. Because see, sometimes a lot of us quit because we're seeking other people's opinion and we're seeking their point of view because we respect them, you know. But can I ask you a question? Just like we ask you, can you stay on your plan? Can you stay on your game even if your mentor doesn't like it? Even if your mentor disagree? Even if the person that raised you said that's not going to work? Can you still stick to your plan? Here's the other thing though. Here's the question in reverse. Will you leave toxicity no matter who doesn't like it, just so that you can get to the general overall plan that you need? Will you leave, you know what I'm saying, anything that's not good for you and or your company and or where you're going? Because I believe 2024 is the year of the alignment. Like everything got to align in your life. You can't sit there and tell me even from 2020 to now 4 years later, you know what I'm saying, that you could not come up with a particular strategy plan and or a plan if that's not the strategy. For you to say, you know what, by now, if I don't know me by now, come on, Patty LaBelle, I'll never know me. You see what I'm saying? And you should know you enough to have people around you to keep you accountable. That's where I'm on that now. You know, I'm on that now. Trust me. If there's something that's a typo, or that's why I'm glad, you know, for Sophia, she's not in today because she's doing stuff on her house, you know, and just like Sophia, you know, that's I'm like, I'm glad I got her to be able to do the thumb. By the way, she's the one who did the thumbnail that you saw, you know, phenomenal in her work. I'm like, I need to sit in her class, you know, but trust me, if there's a typo and if I did something, oh my God, that dude, Steven right there, Wavo, he's in my ear. Trust me. He abused me, y'all. He called me, he threatened me. Yo, don't you ever go on social media if you're going to type that again. Nah, he don't do it like that, y'all. He's a good dude, but he's always on me. Yo, D, yeah, so what are we going to do about this? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll be passive aggressive on it. He'll call me back, yeah, what about this again? Oh, you thought you got away, champ. Got to do it, you know? Yeah, you know, and I'm glad, and I'm you know, again, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, who help, you know, each other, individuals, you know what I'm saying, to get there. So listen, I think, let me see, I think I have, real quick, before we land the plane, I want to acknowledge everybody. So I know I have you in the thing. Gabby, good to see you. Steve, good to see you, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Wade with coffee, good to see you. Wise, good to see you, bro. And where's the? I want to. Okay, that's what I want to put in here. All right, make sure I spell her name right. May. All right. Mu. No, Um. Mayumie. Right? Okay. All right. So. All right. So I think I have pretty much everybody. I got Wade, I got Wise. Anybody else I left out on YouTube? Okay. All right. So listen, y'all, this is our prize pop-up. I want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, I know. You are a perfectionist, Steve. All right, y'all. So look, real quick, because I only got 1 minute. We're going to pick the winner for our prize pop-up today. All right. And all I'm going to do is just press the button right here. And I'm going to show you my hands. Okay. And counting. There it goes. All right. Now we'll see who get a chance to win this prize pop-up. And it's going to be, wow, maybe good to see. Wow. Now I don't even know. Oh, it's Steve. Okay. Okay, Steve. I thought it was maybe because I saw only blue. I didn't see the line. Well, Steve, you won, sir. You won. That's what's up. Guess what, son? You won a ring light. You know, you won a ring light. because you got to start that YouTube channel, champ. Congratulations to Steve, everybody. Listen, y'all. And I hope that this have been helpful to everybody today. I hope that this have been of value to everybody today. Listen, y'all. I wanted to say happy weekend to you. Happy Friday. And I hope that you have a productive and safe Friday. Can't wait to see you on Monday. Yeah, son. Congratulations, bro. You won. You won. And so every now and again, y'all will have these prize pop-ups. But listen, y'all, it's 11:30. Good to see y'all. I can't wait to see y'all Monday. Continue to keep me in your prayers. I got some great endeavors coming up. And until then, y'all, see you Monday. Look out for all of our prize pop-ups, and also look out for our notifications. And I'm over now. Have a good weekend, y'all. Be safe.